Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nobody Makes It Out Alive. I think this is episode 8, which is crazy because we flew through so fast. Like, I feel like we just filmed episode 1 a month ago. But thank you guys for still watching and like all the support. I appreciate it so much. Today's episode is about dating and relationships and the lessons and growth and trials and tribulations that come with being in one from all types of different sexualities. I have 3 guests with me here today. So first guest is Jocelyn.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm excited to be here.
You want to introduce yourself and kind of like what you do?
Yeah, so I shouldn't say my name again. It's kind of...
You can say your name again.
Okay. What's up? My name is Jocelyn. I am a lesbian, if you couldn't tell. I do a LGBTQ speed dating on TikTok where we just try to help boost the gay marriage rate. You feel me? They trying to take us down, you know, but you can't stop us.
It's so funny. I watch it all the time. I just like do my makeup, watch it, and it's just like people are ruthless on there. It's crazy.
No, they're actually insane. Like, I've never seen, like, I knew that like our community is lit. Like, my community lit, LGBTQ all the way. But we are hilarious. Like, so there's so many people that have come up, so many personalities that are just incredible. So I'm glad that I'm able to run it. It's amazing.
Oh,
hello.
and then wait, sorry.
and then Ian.
My second guest is Ian.
Hello, I'm Ian. Also, it is 4:20, so if me and Verena are talking a little slow,
If we're a little giggly,
we're a little giggly, that is why. But
we had to get in the spirit.
Of course. But yeah, I'm Ian. I do social media. I feel like the best way to describe myself is like an internet troll, kind of low key. But it's crazy that we're doing this because me and Verena have known each other for so long.
Years. Like I was 15, I think.
That makes me sound creepy. I was 17 though.
Yeah, you were 17, I was 15. And I'm about to be 20, and how old are you?
23 now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know ages, but yeah.
And then my very last guest, you guys are always like, who's the voice behind the mic? Not behind the mic, behind the camera. My manager,
It's
Mackenzie.
First time on camera.
Face reveal.
Yeah, don't leave me any mean comments.
Guys, don't do that.
I'm going to be giving the straight perspective, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, I'm straight
We're
as
so
well.
grateful.
By the way.
Yeah, everyone wants to know what I have to say. So that's why I'm here. And moving forward, I will be on camera.
Yeah.
So I won't just be a mysterious voice
love
behind the
to see it.
camera.
Hey, go Mackenzie.
I love that.
So this episode is going to have 3 different sections. We're going to talk about the talking stage, actually dating, and then the breakup. We're going to as always, go through some voicemails that you guys left, give you guys advice, go through your situationships, relationships. We're going to help with what we can and what we know. And then we're also going to play a red flag game like we did in The Mind of a Man, which was super fun just to see everyone's opinions. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Except this game won't be as controversial
Yeah.
because there were a lot of comments in that game saying that they were scared of the men that we had on.
I was scared of the men that we had on after that episode.
What?
Did any of them call girls females?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm already scared.
Girl,
If
where
you're a
did you
man
find
and you're
them
calling
at?
someone
They're my
female,
old talking stages.
They're your old talking stages?
They are.
Oh, you know how to pick them, huh? Oh, Lord, girl.
No, but love them all. Appreciate them for being on the podcast.
Oh, no.
Also,
Interesting.
excuse my toes being out. I just was wearing slippers and I'm crisscross applesauce. But you know, like, safe space here. We're all right.
Yeah.
Do my feet stink, guys?
I wasn't going to be the one to say it. But. No, I'm
Okay, let's
kidding.
get into our first question. How long do you guys think is too long for a talking stage?
Should the lesbian go first?
I'm like literally.
This is an attack.
No, this is an attack because I feel like the stigma is that, like, we move so fast. We're U-hauling. Like, 2 days later, I'm in your crib. And they're not wrong.
No.
So, you know, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It's so hard because I'm also a Cancer, too. So I'm very,
Ooh.
like, I love you.
Oh,
And what about it?
cancers are so scary to me.
Why?
Same.
I don't know. It's just like a lot.
It's just a lot at once.
Yeah.
But once you like crack them,
Yes.
then it's like fine.
I agree.
But it's a lot to crack.
So, I don't know. I feel like too long is like, I say like after 3 months, bro, we need to know what's like for sure.
Yeah.
Need to know. I need to know what's going on.
I agree, 3 to 4 months, because I also believe in the 3-month rule. It's like nobody can fake who they are for longer than 3 months. And I don't know, unless they're like sociopaths. What are you thinking?
I personally moved like a lesbian in my relationship. I've been in a relationship for quite some time now.
Can I say real quick? I didn't even know Ian. I've known Ian for how long now? I didn't even know Ian was in like a 3-year relationship.
Yeah.
Like I posted, I was like, hey, like who wants to do this podcast? He goes, me. I go, what?
Yeah, I've been in a relationship for 3 years. But yeah, I moved like a lesbian. I genuinely like I met him. We dated after like 3 weeks, and then I moved to LA across the country.
That's
after,
my dream.
No,
That's my dream.
just wait. I moved across the country after like 3 months,
Where
and
were
we
you
moved
living
in
before?
together in Connecticut.
Oh my gosh.
And it was
that's
during
right.
COVID, and my family, like my dad and my mom and my brother were all in fields that were like super high risk. So I was like, I could either go to LA in quarantine or stay here and still probably get sick because they had to deal with so many people. So I was like, I'm just gonna move, and if it doesn't work out, who cares? I got to go to LA for a couple months, and
Yeah.
then I've been here ever since.
Oh, Mackenzie, how long is too long of a talking stage?
Definitely, I agree with the 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh, I also never said that. Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially for straight men, I feel like they know if they want to date you within 2 weeks.
Oh,
Like
I
they
agree.
know.
Straight men know immediately.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Straight men know. Because I feel like as a stud, guys talk to me like I'm low-key a guy, but I'm not. They know immediately. Listen,
Right.
listen to me. Straight women, they know immediately. If they playing, they don't want you. Just
Yeah, I feel like if a guy
Pack it up,
really
pack
likes
it
you,
up.
you would not be confused. Like, what are we? Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have
It-
that.
And there's no reason a talking stage should be like, oh, I was talking to him for like 10 months.
Yes,
Like,
That's
when people-
ridiculous to
When
me.
people
Like,
say
he
that, I'm like,
hates you,
girl,
bro.
that is not
Like,
your
he
man.
hates you.
He hates you.
Hates you. Also, like, it also is a little bit different because I feel like there's certain situations where, like, some guys or relationships, they won't live as close distant wise. And I feel like, because the reason me and my boyfriend moved so fast is because it was like 2.5 weeks of seeing him for like 7 hours every single day. And at that point, like, obviously if I'm with him all the time, but I feel like you can move a little bit slower if you guys can't see each other as much and like feel out a vibe.
I agree.
Because I feel like being
100%.
physically
Yeah.
with
But
someone, you
also,
understand.
I could never be a long distance bitch.
I couldn't
I'm
either.
sorry.
honestly, I can. Because these LA girls,
Honestly, though, right?
I'm good. I don't want to see no exes. I don't want to see nothing. Just, let's just.
Verena,
I'm picking them from Texas, everywhere. Like, I'm just, every state, I'm like, yeah, you cool. Like, no, I'm not.
I see that.
LA girls are just so fake gay. It pisses me off. Like, I don't have time for that, bro. I'm trying to get married.
What do you mean fake gay?
Like,
Like-
okay, they'll be like,
Like, I like kissing
They'll-
girls, but I never have sex with them.
yeah, but the thing is, okay, I don't mind that. If you tell me, hey, I'm fake gay, I just want to get a little strappy lappy real quick. That's cool. Like, I'll get left for a man. I'm like, oh,
That
which
would
is
make
cool
me
though.
sick.
But like, it's just like, don't lie, because like we could have really just got it and
Yeah.
went about our way.
Yeah.
Like, but like a lot of them are like that. Like, they want to like just try it or like see,
And then they
like, oh,
ditch.
she's cute, like, or she's pretty or whatever, she's attractive, and like they just don't realize, like, because I'm not a man at the end of the day. You know, like I'm not killing no bugs. I'm not changing your tire. I'm not changing your oil. Like, girl, read this. Girl, like, what's
She
good?
said I'm not
Like,
killing no bugs.
I'm not like I'm a girl, like baddie with a lineup. Like, let's get it right. Like, no.
That's right.
Nah.
Okay, I feel like this one is an attack. David wrote the questions. Have you ever been heartbroken over a situationship?
No.
Screaming, crying, throwing up
I
was
have.
me.
I
I've been
have.
sick over one. I don't know why.
Sick?
Me too.
I've
And
been
like
sick.
it's
I've been sick a lot.
lingered for me like longer than like relationship heartbreaks do. Cause like with relationship heartbreaks, like it is what it is. But the situation, it's like, oh, what could have been?
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh,
actually
like,
fair,
you know?
especially if you're like in the phase of like kind of talking situationship vibes.
Yes.
Like, I feel like you want it to happen so bad at a certain point, and then when
Yeah.
it doesn't happen, I could see the letdown.
Yeah.
and there's
But
no
me
closure.
personally-
Yeah,
Exactly.
there
Like
is not.
with a relationship, it's like, okay, we broke
Like,
up.
what's done
Like,
is
but-
done.
Yeah.
In a
Especially if you're like a ghosting
situationship, there's so
situation
many,
in a
like, question marks
situationship.
left.
Like,
Yeah.
if I was in a situationship and I got ghosted, I would be pissing my pants. I'd be so mad.
I just feel like I hate it because it's just like such a like what do you even call it? And then it like I low key hate it because then I feel weird because I'm like, okay, why am I acting like this? We weren't even really together. But it's like we were
am I
sleeping in
doing
the
too
same
much?
bed. We was doing everything like relationships do, but I can't
Yeah.
call it that.
Yeah.
Like so now I feel weird, and now
Fair.
I'm just like, what the heck? And then it's like, why didn't you want to date me?
Yeah.
Like what? It's like an ego
Honestly.
check, low key.
Yeah, it's
It's
I
an
think
ego
it's more
check.
of an ego hit than like a ooh that hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
But
like,
have
you
you
don't
ever
wanna date
been-
me? Like what's wrong with me?
The person in a situationship where you didn't want the relationship.
I
Yeah,
have.
I have.
Which also makes me feel shitty about it being like flip flop, me being the person wanting the relationship, because I knew when I was on the other side of it, I was like, damn, bitch, like, leave me alone. So I'm like, damn, is that how they feel about me? Like,
That's what I
but-
mean. I feel like if you're in the talking stage longer than 3 months, like in that situationship, like they don't want to
Yes,
date you.
I feel like
For
it.
sure.
Yeah, that goes back to the first one. It's like I feel like it extends longer than like 4 months. They don't want you.
Yeah,
Like,
bro. After
just
3 months, bro. Pack it up. Pack it up.
Pack it up.
Move. Fast.
Have you guys ever been in a talking stage with someone who was closeted?
Mackenzie,
I'm like, yes.
Wait.
like in the closet.
With a girl, no, but I've definitely talked to guys who were DL gay. and
Did
then
you
like,
notice?
and then like, honestly, that's like low key always my type with men is like,
Sis,
I like them.
want to eat that pussy.
Low-key, little sassy.
You're like, I think
always,
you might be
fall
gay.
in love with a man and then find out they're gay, and I'm like, wow, okay,
That's sad.
tough
That's
loss.
sick. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Well, not
You-
sick, but like that's wild.
No, it's sick.
That's wild for you.
Yeah.
I've never
I've-
talked to someone who's closeted. So
I feel like maybe in high school, but I wasn't really worried about dating in high school. I was worried about other things. So I didn't really care. I've never been the person that like has been trying to talk to a lot of people like that. Being gay and dating isn't like an option. Cause then it's like you meet a girl and she's like, I know the perfect guy for you. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I've never like gotten like set up in high school to like even date like that.
oh yeah, I didn't even like I said I didn't do anything. My high school, I went to a Catholic private school, and that gay shit was not allowed.
Do you believe that the talking stage is necessary, or can you skip it altogether and jump into a committed relationship? That's giving arranged marriage.
I feel like
That's giving love bombing.
I feel like
Yeah.
I skipped the talking stage.
I
well,
feel
how did you
like-
decide that you liked your boyfriend
Yeah.
before
Okay.
he became your boyfriend?
Like, you have to hang out with them. And
It
get
was
to
like a
know
whole
them.
thing. So basically, like I'm the first guy that he's dated. So like he wasn't really like outwardly gay. So like I didn't know. So it was just us like hanging out a lot, and I was like, wait, and then I was like, wait, and then I was like, and then I was like, oh. After we had hung out already for so long, and I was like, oh, this actually is a thing that's like obtainable. So like, let's do something.
Yeah, I feel like the talking stage is necessary for sure. You know, that's what healed me. Is saying, but you know, us
Like
cancers,
all 2 days
us
of the talking
cancers-
stage before I move in.
us cancers and lesbians love to jump the gun. So, have I maybe wanted to skip it? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'm like, I like you, I want you, whatever. But I don't know.
I feel like talking stage is very necessary. I don't want to say I've skipped the talking stage, but I've definitely gone through it very fast in like past relationships. And I just feel like if I would have taken longer and like really taken my time to like really get to know this person and who they are, like I would have thought to myself like maybe I shouldn't be in a relationship.
I feel like
with
that's
this
the recipe for a short relationship.
yes.
Is
It's-
jumping into it.
I
and
agree.
Not knowing them
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, I just
100%.
feel like I personally, me and my boyfriend were like obsessed with each other like so fast. So like we had all the like talks that would have like put up a red flag really fast, because by the time that we were like, this should be something, we had been hanging out like, I'm not kidding, it was like 2 weeks straight every single day for like
Oh.
4 to 8 hours,
Yeah.
like every single day. So like by that time I was like, well, I know his opinion on this.
Yeah.
I know he's like this. I know that
Yeah.
around my friends he's like this. So I'm like, this.
I love the mutual obsession.
I love that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's my dream. Literally living my.
That is also
You're
my
living
dream.
my dream.
It must be nice, Ian.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever gotten the "What are we?" question, and how did you handle it? I have.
I was the what are we?
I have never been the "What are we?" I have too much shame.
I don't because I was really drunk. And I was like, so what are we? And then he was like, boyfriends? And I was like, oh. And then I kicked my feet and twirled around and threw glitter. And then I was like, yeah.
And wagged your tail.
And then I went. That was a rough night. That was a really weird night.
I feel like I've never asked that. Like no one's ever asked that to me, or I've never asked that to anyone, because I feel like it just ended before anyone really even asked that. Because like like I said, if I feel confused about it, I'm gonna just end it, because obviously
Yeah, that I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
just end it. But like if I'm also confused about what they have going on, I'm gonna start to get a little attitude, and I'm probably gonna end it. It's gonna end regardless. So like it hasn't even got to that point, because like it's just gonna end.
that's literally what happened to me too. I was like, I hate men. Ew. And then I'd been in a relationship for 2 years now.
Did he what are we you, or did you what are we him?
He what are we me? And it was like 2 weeks after we met, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know. And he was like, oh, okay, like I just want to see like where your head's at. And I was like, okay, like yeah, I'm just down for whatever. And then a month later, we started like officially dating. We've been dating for over 2 years now.
Oh, see, I feel like the fastest relationships are the ones that work. Like when you know, like you know.
And I even asked him, I was like, what would, because we've like talked about it since then. And I was like, if I had said that I wasn't looking for anything right now, like, would you continue to talk to me? And he was like, no.
I would have lost my fucking mind.
I don't know
Let
if
me
I
tell
agree
you.
with that though, because my ex what are we me in 2 weeks after knowing me, and he cheated on me.
But like,
so.
But
did
he
you
also
think
love
it was-
bombed you.
But did
You
you
did.
think that
I
it
didn't
was
get
like
love
real
bombed.
in the moment? Like, did you in the moment where you're like, I could see me spending my life with this person, like, or
No,
like
I
having like
remember
visions
I
of
had
like
a-
the future, not the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like,
Guys,
like when
Yeah.
you're in love like that and it's fast, like you immediately when someone asks that, you're like, yes, like you
No,
think
I
like in
panicked.
6
And-
months, in a year and a half, like my family, my friends, like let me really think.
Am I ready
Yeah.
for this commitment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, this was like my first like official boyfriend I've ever had. So I like had commitment issues. I was like, ew, I don't want a boyfriend. Gross. And then
Same.
all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I have a boyfriend now. I'm like, okay, I want to get married. Like,
Really.
Yeah, no, I had a therapist at the time, and I remember telling her, like,
That's good.
I remember telling her, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really like him. Like, he's just kind of fun to hang out with, but I'm going to keep hanging out with him because I'm bored. And then I, like, accidentally flirted my way into a relationship.
See, no,
You're
that's like I
safe.
feel like
Yeah. I
feel
always
like-
do that, guys. I always, like, accidentally flirt my way into
I
relationships. Like, I
personally
don't
was
know
very
when to end.
intentional, and I feel like Mackenzie was very intentional.
I was
Yeah.
not. I was not, and I think,
Flirt your way in.
yes.
I had
It
to
was
like,
an
really
accident.
consider. I was like, am I going to give up my freedom, independence for this man?
Those were the talking stage questions. We're going to move into the dating section questions. That was
I'm so scared
that
for
was kinda
these.
hard.
This is really
The
about to
first
explode.
question is,
Like I might as well just raise my fucking hand. Just ask it though.
Have you ever been the crazy person? in a relationship? Okay, wait.
yup.
What defines
I
crazy?
am the crazy
Me.
person.
Okay, I've definitely done something crazy, but I don't think I've been.
It's
like-
me.
Can we go in a circle and say the craziest thing we've all done?
Wait, in a relationship or out of one? Because honestly, I've never done anything crazy in one. But after
You could do
things
out of
end,
one. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
it's World War III.
Okay,
There's
who
a whole
wants to
breakup
start us
category
off?
just for
Oh, wait, should
you
I wait
then.
till the breakup?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
to the breakup.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all about to. Y'all about to have an episode. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
Okay,
you go
What's-
first, Farina.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's the craziest thing you've done?
The craziest thing I've ever done? So my first boyfriend, not my recent one, not my recent ex-boyfriend, the one before that, also cheated on me.
Oh, jeez.
And so I knew he was home, and I knew a girl was at his house, and we were still dating. And so he lived like a 5-minute drive from me. So I drove to his house, and I saw a car outside, and I knew it wasn't any of like his mom's or his stepdad's, and it wasn't his. And so I just knew what was happening, and like he had like a track record of cheating, right? So I just knew he was upstairs fucking some bitch, right? And so I was like, I have to intervene
Wait, this is while you guys are dating.
while we're dating.
Wait,
yeah.
you knew that he was a cheater?
I took him back after cheating. Yes,
Oh,
it was
God.
not my guys.
How old were you?
What
I
is
was
wrong with you?
okay. I was 16.
Okay, 16. That,
And,
Okay,
I'll let
fair.
that
and
happen.
he was,
You
I
were
was
a
16.
baby.
I was 16
Yeah.
and he was 20. I would like to add in.
Farina.
Yeah.
Farina.
Yeah.
Girl, you should have been at fucking cheerleading practice.
I know.
Like,
Call the
you-
police.
I almost don't want to finish the story because I'm such a clown. Like, wait, it gets
No,
worse.
he's like, why is he? He's 20 years
no,
old.
he needs to be in jail, but
Extreme
that's
jail,
besides
but
the
okay.
point.
Okay, different
Jail.
episode. Anyways, keep going.
So I
CSI.
As your mother, I'm really mad.
Marina
right now.
CSI episode.
Marina
Like,
CSI.
what? This is ridiculous.
Okay. keep
No,
going.
because we could really get into it on another episode. But okay, so he had rocks in front of us. So I dead ass start picking up rocks and throwing them at his bedroom window, and I'm like, open the fucking door! And his neighbors come outside and start recording me.
I would pay so much money for that fucking footage of you throwing
And
rocks.
they were like, is everything okay? I was like, that's my boyfriend and he's cheating on me. And that was
what did they say?
they were like,
They were
oh,
like,
okay, like should we do something? Like, are you okay? Do you need to be somewhere? I was like, my car's right over there.
Wait, so did he like respond to the
He
rocks?
ended up coming outside, and I kind of blacked out that night. I think I was like manic.
Oh my god.
This is actually just a made up story.
No,
We're not even here.
Not
Wake
my
up, wake up, wake up. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
No, yeah, that was not my proudest moment, and that was the craziest thing I've ever done. But I've learned, guys.
That's not
'cause
too bad.
I've learned.
That's really not that bad, honestly.
You
So you
think
go.
I threw rocks at a glass
But
window?
he was cheating
like,
though.
That
Like,
is
it's not like
true.
you was
Yeah.
throwing rocks just to throw
Oh my
rocks.
God.
But I should have just
Like-
knew he was cheating and like blocked him and went home. Like,
If-
what are you
No,
doing? on
who
that
does
phone?
that?
Me.
If
Yo,
I call my
nobody does
boyfriend
That's what I did
cheating-
my
No,
last
I would-
relationship.
if I
Be
call my-
in jail.
If
No,
I call my boyfriend
seriously.
cheating, scissors to the balls, like everything.
Yeah,
Like,
jail.
Like,
Oh,
I would
no.
like
my last
genuinely.
one, I took like the peaceful. I'm the one that got away approach. Like
No.
blocks, never talked again.
No.
Yeah, I wish I could be healthy. And
I would
do
be the
that.
one that
maybe that's
got
your
away with
therapist. Like, what's
murder.
your
I would
therapist
commit
number?
manslaughter.
Because I've never ever been craziest thing. Probably just looked through their phone or something. Like I never did nothing.
I've like not even. I've like been on my boyfriend's phone because I'll be like, I'll just look at his phone.
You've never
Like
intentionally
if I'm just
like gone
I've
through
never
it.
like been like the crazy person that's like, oh, what is he saying? What is it? What is this? Who's he messaging? There was one time where like
Oh,
as
I've
a
been that
joke,
bitch.
like I really like was fuck with him like really bad. So like one time I was like, I know what you did.
I
Just
used
say
to
it.
do that.
I
shit.
like not
I
even
used to do
not
that.
even because I wanted to find something, but genuinely because I was bored. I was like, I know what you did, and he'd be like, what? And I was like, open your Snapchat, and I did that one time, and I swear to God, there was a message from a girl, and I was like, who is Victoria? And then he like opened it, and it was a girl, and it was a nude, but it was one of those like AIs where it's like click my pussy, I'm in your area, I'm so horny, like come find local hot girls in your area. And I was like, what is that? That's a nude. And he was like, Ian, like come on.
I'm weak.
I was like, I don't know, Victoria sent you a nude. But no, I'm definitely the crazy one. Yeah, craziest thing I've done. I feel like there was an era when I first moved to LA when I was like 20 where I would drink and be like crazy, but it wasn't like I had like a problem where I was like, oh, I'm drunk every day, blah, blah, blah. But when I would get drunk, I feel like my online persona and the way that like people knew me was being the crazy one. So I felt like, and honestly, like still
you
to
had
this,
to live up to that.
not even that, I just felt like I could get away with anything. Like if I act a fool.
You're like, it's just a bit.
If I act a fool, no one like expects
Yeah.
me to
It's the
not be
character
like
role.
a clown, literally. And like low key, still I kind of have those privileges. Like I won't lie, like I am kind of like the court jester in a way. No, I haven't
No,
done that.
I have fully done that. I think that's another crazy thing I've done. Like, I was just like, okay, my intuition's speaking, so I'm going to get it out. Like, I know what you did. Like, don't lie to me. Like, I had a dream about it, and I like, oh my God, with my
See,
other
I do that when I'm
ex,
bored.
Me too.
I don't do it when I actually do something.
I
about.
feel like my relationship is very peaceful, so I'll just like start
Wait, what's
arguments
the
about
craziest thing
nothing.
you've done? And then we'll go into
Yeah.
your dream.
In my current relationship, like literally nothing, because he's like
Oh,
like not like boring and like fine.
Whatever.
Like I can't even be like crazy, but like
Okay.
in
Sorry.
talking stages, I guess. Like this one guy I like kind of dated. I hated him. I don't know why we were dating, but like if he hated someone, like I would intentionally sleep with him. Like
What
sleep
the
with
So
them.
like straight people.
Oh, that was your enemy for sure.
Yeah.
What was your dream? You said you had a dream about cheating.
Oh no, I used to, with my first boyfriend too, I used to tell him that I would have dreams about it. One time I tried to get him to admit to cheating on me. I was like, I did a tarot card reading and it told me that you cheated on me. Like, I know.
Like, I was
you
on a
can't
TikTok
hide.
live and I tipped 2 giraffes and he told me that you're cheating. That's literally insane.
No, like I did the tarot reading myself, and like I was so fully convinced, like the angels were speaking to me, like they were letting me.
But like you were right?
yeah, I was right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
bro, they were
so
telling you.
they
like,
were telling
"Girl,
me.
it's
Yeah.
over with."
They were looking out for me. Caesar, my editor's watching us film right now, and his jaw is just to the floor. He's like, okay. What is the biggest deal breaker?
Anything short of perfect.
I have
I'm like everything.
I don't
else.
have a lot of deal. I feel like if they're on my ass too much is really all I care about. Or like if you're like actually a shitty person. But like again, like in my current relationship, like I knew where his head was at with so many things that like I can't really think of like a deal breaker. There's not like one specific thing. Cause also I'm the type of person that like once I know I'm in love with someone, I like don't have any icks or like any like deal breakers, and I like make it work.
Oh, I purposely look for icks.
I don't.
I do.
Because like what do you mean by deal breaker? Like I feel like it could be something so random, like they live far, or it could be something like they only wear a top hat. Like it could be like something
They only
so
wear a
random.
top hat.
They still communicate with their ex.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
like,
Deal
see,
breaker.
Deal breaker. My
to me that's like just common sense. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't deal with that. That's not like a deal breaker because I wouldn't even be in that situation because
I
I've
feel like-
already exited.
gay relationships are so much better. Like straight girls, I'm sorry, or like I feel like they put up with so much shit.
I
Oh
agree.
yeah, y'all
Yeah.
do.
I
Like, the
agree.
stuff I see, like I remember one of my friends. She's straight. Well, a lot of my friends are straight. Yeah, a lot. She was like, she's basically saying like, oh, like basically just saying at the end of the day, like every guy's gonna cheat, so you just gotta like find the
Yeah.
best
I
one.
was just
and
saying
I'm
that.
like,
I don't
excuse
Find the
me?
best cheater.
That's literally what she said. But you know
The
what?
best
You know what?
cheater.
You know what's crazy? I don't know, because I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think every guy, obviously, but I'm gonna say 99.9, bro.
I agree.
Because, like I said, as being a stud, you really in the room. Like I'm in the room, and I'm
I
gonna tell
really
you right
believe you,
now.
though.
Like
Like,
it
I
might not be
believe it.
physical, but I'm telling you right now, they talking about other girls. They
Me and
looking
my
at other
friend-
girls.
I believe it because
They-
I
I'm
have a lot
telling
of
you, I'm
straight
telling you,
friends,
bro.
or like I've had a lot of straight friends, and I've been like the token gay in the straight,
Yeah.
like in like recent years, and like I hear how some guys talk.
Bro.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I honestly, if I wasn't with my boyfriend now, I'm like, I don't know if I could be in a straight relationship.
Me and my friend were
Yes.
just talking about how like if we were married to like a super rich man and we caught him cheating, I see nothing. I see nothing.
Honestly, I'm lesbian.
Honestly.
I see nothing.
Because
Okay, like
no, because all men cheat. I think okay, I'm not gonna say all men because I have hope for myself.
I'm saying not all physical, but I'm
Yeah.
saying
I can't even.
I'm
do
not
all
gonna
mental.
lie. I'm sorry, because I don't want to say all, because like I'm not saying all physical, but like I'm saying they with their boys talk about some.
Yeah.
Well, then
yeah.
it goes to like, what do you consider cheating?
And well, also
You're
girls
talking
like
about physical.
beg for the bare minimum. Like, don't follow Insta baddies on Instagram
Yeah.
or follow like
See,
and like.
I have like weird
porny
opinions about
pictures.
that. And I feel like you guys probably do too, because we all have like do social media. It's like different with the whole like following Insta baddies, because it's like some of the people, it's like those are my friends, or like I know like you've
Yeah.
met that person that
Okay,
like
I
posts
could see
those
that,
through
but
me,
also-
and now you guys like are chill.
But like, is it your friend or is it just like someone you met at a party once and like you?
Oh no,
call
not
them your
that, never
friend?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
But my boyfriend's like stingy with his Instagram followers anyway. My boyfriend's
I love that.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah,
I love mine unaccessible.
I feel that.
You know?
I feel like a lot of my friends are low key Insta baddies, but they're straight, so like, there's no issue.
See, I'm not like that. I like when people like DM my boyfriend telling him that he's hot,
oh,
Really?
because he shows me, and I'm like,
I'm weak.
No, I'll say like any Insta baddie to my boyfriend. He'll be like, who? I'm like,
yeah. I honestly, the biggest dream is to just date someone that doesn't have any social media apps downloaded on their phone.
Yeah,
literally,
good
my
luck.
boyfriend uses like Facebook Marketplace.
My
Like,
biggest ick,
and that's it.
See, and that's why you're in a good relationship.
Yeah.
my biggest ick is when men use Snapchat.
Ew.
Like your girl.
Honestly, my biggest ick is when men use social media. Like, period.
my
Honestly,
biggest ick.
Facebook Marketplace
hey,
is good because
hey,
like
why
he's not gonna
though?
cheat on you with the girl selling him
I
a
feel
fucking
like
chair.
Snapchat is
Like,
just so
if you're-
like for the hoes.
Yeah.
I've only active on Snapchat when I have.
If you're
hoes.
over the
Don't
age
say
of 19, maybe on Snapchat,
Bro, 17.
that. Yeah, like,
Like,
go.
retire.
I was trying to be nice.
I think
okay?
it's I think it's an ick when men post selfies.
I honestly like. I think it's just an ick when men are like conscious about their social
Like
media.
you want to be a girl so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
unless you're gay.
I'm so
I
No,
feel like
that's
gay-
different. No, straight men.
It's so crazy how like gay people get away with so much shit.
Yeah,
for
no,
real.
I'm
like-
we be
No, like gay men. Like I
Oh.
feel like other men, I'll see them do something and I'm like, that's corny, but not when I
Yeah.
do it.
Okay, what's your guys' love language?
Physical touch.
words of affirmation.
I low-key feel like all of them, but my main ones are words of affirmation and gift giving and physical touch. Ooh,
You just listed all of them.
Right. Girl, you're everything.
I be all over mine. Like I want to touch them all the time. Like physical touch. Number
Wait,
one.
are we saying what we like to do? Like, words, like, wait.
Well, you
Like
have
what we like to
how
receive?
you love,
Yeah,
and
there's
then
like
how you
five.
receive.
It's to give.
Yes.
Oh, it's just kidding.
Oh, it's
I like
give?
to receive words of affirmation, but I do gift giving. I like to give gifts.
My like, I give and want physical touch. I feel like.
Me too.
Like I want physical touch. My
Every-
boyfriend's like, I compliment you. I'm like, I don't care. Touch. Like, give me a hug. Like, like sit next to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like the type to need a kiss like every 5 minutes, or I'll just be like.
See, I'm not like that, but actually maybe I am.
I
Because sometimes
am.
my boyfriend will be doing something and he'll be like sitting on a chair and I'll be like on the bed and I'll like put my foot like on his lap so
I
that
just
I'm like
think
touching
like
him.
when I'm in love, everything they do is like so cute. I'm like, wow, like you're perfect. Come here, kiss me, you know, like or give me a hug, like give me your hand, like everything, you know, everything they do is just
felt
like
that.
I want to put you in my pocket.
I'm weak.
I get that.
Yeah. What's your love language?
I feel like mine giving is gift giving or acts of service, and then receiving
acts
is
of service.
Maybe that's mine.
quality
yeah,
time.
maybe it's mine.
I love
too.
an active service.
I think that's
I'm
On
like
myself.
I'm such a housewife. I'm like making you lunch, making you dinner, doing your
Ugh,
laundry.
I love
my
my
boy-
It's
my
so
boyfriend's
fun.
like that.
It's so
and I
fun when you're
love
in
it.
love.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when the man is actually deserving of it,
Yeah.
it's so rewarding.
I
You
look forward
actually
to
want-
it.
Yes, it's like actually like something you want to do.
Mhm.
Like it's not like ugh, like I'm slaving away.
Yeah,
for
it
this
doesn't
man.
feel like a job or a
Yeah,
task.
exactly. Love it. I
Wow.
love that.
That sounds
I love love.
I love love.
Wow.
As you're like, every guy cheats.
All right, I said 99.9%.
Got it.
of these fuck
So if
boys
you're
can't fuck me.
I think it's fuckboys can't fuck with me.
No, it can't fuck me.
Oh.
99.9% of
It's a
these fuck
Nikki.
boys can't fuck
You're right.
me.
I messed up my Nicki
okay.
Minaj. Cut it out. Cut it out. Please cut it out. I messed up Nicki Minaj. Please.
The barbs are gonna
Barbs,
get you.
Barbs, I'm
Right,
sorry.
You're done.
I'm scared.
What is the worst date you guys have been on?
You first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I don't want to. So, yo, this is about to be real funny. So, there was this date I went on. It was actually a thing for BuzzFeed. Shout out to BuzzFeed, though.
That sounds horrible.
They-
they filmed it.
They filmed this, but it was like a blind date. And I was like, you know what? We love BuzzFeed, YOLO, let's do it. You know, LGBTQ representation, we love them for that. So I'm like, okay, no offense to BuzzFeed, but like, the person they paired me with, bro, I was like
I'm
like
can
we had
pull a
no
clip?
connection at all. Like it was so just.
So literally, like
we both
your
looked at each
TikTok
other.
lives.
Huh?
I said like your TikTok lives, like they did it to you.
Low key, like we both looked at each other and we were just immediately like no. And it was just like, but we both were like no immediately, but like we had to like answer questions, do this whole like thing, and that was just I was so awkward, so
I'm like,
uncomfortable.
insert clip now.
Oh, I'll show, you can look it up. No, seriously, you can look
Caesar,
it up.
add that.
Okay, worst date you've ever been on?
I went on a date with this guy and it was really weird. Like I was like really young, so it was just like awkward like high school vibes. And we played Pokemon Go in the park. And then cuz we also were both closeted, and then my aunt like saw me with a guy, but we weren't like doing anything, and she was just like, "I saw you," and then it just put me like on guard. And then we went to this really weird like store, and then he was like, "Oh, what do you think here is cute?" And I was like, "Oh, I like this." And it was just like a little like charm, and he was like, "That's nice." And then like walked out. So like I thought he was gonna buy it for me. And then we kind of just hugged, and then we like never talked again. But I honestly think the worst date, a really bad date, is like the first actual date me and my boyfriend went on. I don't know what the fuck was. I spilled soy sauce. I spilled 2 drinks on him. Like I literally knocked over like every single cup on him. Like his lap was wet. Like during the date, like I spilled everything on him. I don't know why. I was just feeling messy. So that was like also not the best, but it still was a good date.
I honestly don't have one.
Really?
Like, I can't think of one.
Mine was actually recent, like 2 weeks ago.
That's okay.
Wait, really?
Girl,
Them watching this.
Marina is busy. She's like, I'm sick. My house is getting broken into. He cheated on me. I'm on another date. Girl, take a breath.
I'm never
Take
bored,
a
guys.
breath.
I'm never bored, which is
You
the
need to
great-
start getting bored. Like that.
So we met at a restaurant, and like as soon as we sat down, like he was cool, he was nice, like he was super cute, he was my type, right? But the whole time he was trying to convince me to switch to Mormonism because
I would have done it.
because he was Mormon, but he liked me so much, but he couldn't date me unless I was Mormon because like you can't marry into a Mormon family.
Does he
unless
look
you're
Mormon?
Girl, what
No,
does that mean?
I don't
Does he look
actually.
like his name is Paul?
Does he look
I
like
feel
from
that's what it
Utah?
means. Yeah.
Like, does he look like he would knock on your door and like try to tell you the word of
Like, is
inbred.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, no, and so I was just like really
Culty.
uncomfortable. But I just like ate my food,
Stop.
went home, and that was that. I haven't talked to him since. But like that was definitely a unique experience. Like I don't think anyone has like really talked to me about Mormonism. Like I learned
That's
so
crazy.
much.
That's bold.
he wasn't actually into you.
took
He
a
was just trying to
chance.
convert you.
No, he took a fucking
Really?
chance, and you honestly, you should have given him that chance.
I said not.
He thought
for
you were
me.
so hot. He wanted you to change religions. Like that is commendable.
That is actually
That is a
commitment.
compliment.
You know what?
Yeah.
At least he told you though. He's like, look, this is what's gonna
Yes.
go down. Like,
I
did
just
you
wish he
meet?
would have told me like before we like met up though, cause like
I wish you told me he was Mormon.
no, like why are you even gonna try to pursue me if you know I'm not Mormon and like I'm like okay at least say
Like,
the-
you're
he was trying,
obviously
though. He
not
thought- he
Mormon
thought
No, like
maybe you
the
would
different
convert.
religions
Okay,
is
but wait,
fine,
like,
but
I
like
feel
needing
like-
someone to convert
Yes,
is where it's like, why
I
didn't
agree.
you tell me that?
Like, save the conversion talk for maybe like 4 dates from now. Like, let me find out if I like you enough to pursue.
Like, you're obviously not
you would
Mormon
convert
too.
after 4 dates. That's moving faster than a lesbian. A whole religion change.
And now the lesbian would have converted.
Right, right.
Lesbian, I would have been like, you know what? I'm
Next
take
time you're
this
gonna come in
chance.
here, you're gonna be like, well, I was Muslim
Hey,
and then I was
listen.
Mormon.
I'm gonna ask one last question. What's the best relationship advice you can give to someone in their first relationship? Don't.
You wanna
No,
go
I'm
first?
kidding. I'm kidding.
I feel like you should go first. Oh wait. You want to go?
no.
Just no is the advice. Is no.
No. I'll get into it. That was a joke, but maybe it wasn't.
I have one because I read this and I was thinking about it. So my relationship advice is: if you're trying to leave after the first argument, you're not ready for a relationship. Like if you want to be in a relationship, you need to make sure that you are ready for everything that comes into a relationship and don't be delusional. And I feel like obviously if you fight too much early on, then like maybe it's not like a thing like that should be happening. But if some stupid shit happens and you're immediately like, fuck them, I'm leaving. Like, oh, sorry. I bumped the mic. If you're immediately like, fuck them, I'm leaving. Like, this is fucking stupid. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, that just shows your immaturity because, like, you are not ready. Because a relationship, you are going to be fighting. You're going to have ups. You're going to have downs. And if you jump ship the first down, don't try to date. Like,
you sound like
be
the
single.
white girls in their captions when they get married and they're like, we've had so many ups and downs.
So many ups,
those
And the ups and
videos.
downs is
But it's
cheating.
true.
I was about to
We've
say
been
those
through
videos
hell
where
and
she's
back.
like, POV, I decided to stay after he cheated.
No,
My advice is that if he
Cheating,
cheats on you,
assault,
drag me
stay
through
with him.
hell.
It'd be just crazy.
But, like, I would say that's fair. Do you agree with that, Mackenzie?
yeah.
Yes and no, but the no part of me is like, I feel like you shouldn't be fighting. You can have disagreements, but I feel like fights shouldn't be an occurrence.
Be
If
resolved.
you can't resolve it same day, if you can't go to bed happy again, like
I hate that arguing and then like going to sleep mad at someone. Like I hate that
I don't
shit.
think I've ever done that.
No,
Actually,
I
I
hate
did
it.
once,
I
but-
I like
can't.
literally can't sleep, and like people from my past have like used that against me before. Like I've told them like I hate going to sleep without like resolving a conflict, and
Same.
like they'll like purposefully like extend it. But like
Oh.
yeah,
knowing
See,
that you're
Oh,
gonna
she's
be
not gonna
upset.
sleep tonight.
The only the only time that's happened is when like my boyfriend was out of town, which I feel like is fair because like he literally
Yeah.
was like on tour and he was like.
I also feel like
literally
you
can't
argue
talk.
more when you're separated
yeah.
because
Yeah.
You like miss them.
you
and
get
it's-
angry
yeah.
at the fact that
It's like the
yeah.
I miss you attitude. I get that. It's so real. Like when I start to miss my significant other, I catch a little bit of an attitude.
Yeah, I'm like,
Honestly,
fucking
even in
miss you, like-
friendships, I get that.
totally.
My biggest relationship advice would be, I think we overlook how much of a gift like our intuition really is.
Oh,
Like
God, yes.
I have always like, to be so real with myself, like I've always known, like when I'm in a relationship with somebody, like I know it's not going to last. Like I clearly remember thinking, like in the beginning stages with my ex, I was like, wow, I'm having a lot of fun right now. Like you better enjoy it now, girl, because it's not gonna last. And like that type of thinking is not healthy, but it's like deep down, like I knew I wasn't gonna be with this person for a long time. Like they just weren't for me. And like I've done that in so many other past relationships, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, where it's like you really want to see it through. Because like you either like the attention you're getting or like the affection and the like mutual like, oh, I'm so obsessed with you, like for now, like blah blah blah. But it's just like we know when that person is not our person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we know, and we keep ourselves in that situation. At least I do.
Totally.
I don't know
I
if you guys
agree.
can relate
Which is
to
why I
that.
think it's interesting because like me and Mackenzie have like a different perspective than you guys because ours was so intuition and
Yeah.
fast that it's like interesting hearing that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I would agree. Like intuition, I feel like you need to trust your gut. If
Yeah.
you
For
think
sure.
your gut is never wrong. My
Yeah.
gut has never been wrong once.
And speaking on like straight relationships, like straight like dating men, I feel like my biggest advice is if you have to question where you're at in your relationship, then you probably shouldn't be in a relationship or pursuing it. If you have to constantly think, oh, I don't know how he feels about me. I don't know. Like if you're constantly saying I don't know about him, then like he's
Then
not
like
the one.
I
yeah,
agree.
agreed.
He should automatically be validating you. And I feel like a lot of girls are like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Like if
I-
you have to convince yourself you like him, like
Literally.
yeah, girl, like I was making pros and cons lists. Like I still do. Like when I I still do. Like when I'm trying to outweigh like if I
Damn.
really fuck with this person,
And you
I
don't
make a
fuck with
pros
them
and
enough.
cons list.
You
Yeah.
clear- like if
But
you have to
also-
come up with a list to be like, you don't like. them
I've
that
made a pros
much.
and cons list for everyone I've been with. Like
I feel like
is
the
that
la-
bad?
Like my
yes.
yes. I feel like when you start, I don't know. Recently, like friends or people that I know, like when they start not liking their significant other, that's when they're like, we should make a relationship open. Like I feel
I
like
would
that's like
never.
that.
What the-
Girl.
I would go
I
to
feel
jail
like-
if someone told me that.
If my boyfriend
Yeah.
told me that, I would rip my fingers off, smear blood on the walls, start like I would literally stab
Wipe my
myself in front
ass
of him.
butt naked
That's like
on the
almost
wall,
worse than
like-
cheating to me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I would be like, oh, so you want to just fuck everyone else? I would actually probably, I would probably break up with my boyfriend like the second he said that.
oh,
Yeah,
100%.
Because at that point, it's like, girl, just fuck someone else. Bye.
Yeah.
Like I would be so offended.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me personally though.
Maybe it's just
Like,
something like we could personally never understand, but for some people it works so well, and that's just how they
but
do
I just
life.
No, I
It
think
works,
it's
but
fake.
it's
I
such a
can't.
thing that like it's just a thing that I really cannot wrap my head around.
I will say though, like from a straight perspective, dating a guy who has a sister is so different than dating a guy who doesn't have any
Interesting.
I agree.
sisters.
That makes sense.
I
Yeah.
get that. That does make sense.
They have such a better understanding of women.
Yeah, that
I
makes sense.
I could see that.
Yeah.
No.
Verena, we need to figure out your dating pool. Are you
good?
Now.
Yeah.
Like we need to figure it out.
what's going on?
Like
No. Okay, so we are back from our break. I have my noodles. They had Hot Pockets. We're fed. We feel good. So as always, I had you guys leave some voicemails, kind of letting us know your relationship problems or what you need advice on, or kind of something you want to hear us talk more about. So I usually, if you guys want to be included in the next episodes, I usually post the voicemail prompts on my Instagram story every week. Like, oh, hey, this week's topic's about blah, blah, blah. Like, send a voicemail to the number 323-989-1746. And for my international listener, you're also able to text the number if you would like, if you're too shy to leave a voicemail, which is super understandable because me too.
Hi, Verena. So my question this week is, how are you supposed to tell when it's, time to cut off, even if it's a good relationship, because it's kind of stifling your own growth? I feel like sometimes you can literally be blinded by love, but it's only until like the relationship ends and like your creativity or motivation or whatever like springs back. So I just want your guys' opinions on that. So thank you.
I think people are definitely experiences and not possessions, and everyone comes into your life to serve some type of purpose or teach you a certain lesson. So I think some people are definitely permanent, but I think for the most part, everyone serves their time in your life, and there comes a point where you have to let them go for your own growth and for their own growth. You know, you guys have outgrown each other.
I agree. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's also just so many phases of relationships and also like personal phases. Like I've had my own personal phases where I've been like, oh, I haven't been like doing what I need to do, getting done what I need to get done. Like it's 'cause I'm in a relationship. But then I kind of realized that it's my own problem and it's just me in a rut and me depressed. But also I feel like depending on how long you've dated the person, like if this has been going on for too long, there's only so much that you can put up with before it starts like affecting you personally, and it's time to cut them.
Yeah. But I also think people have the misconception that a relationship has to be so exciting and, you know,
Agreed.
crazy and passionate, and like it's really not. I mean for the like it can be at times, but when you're in especially a long-term relationship, it does
How many
sometimes
years are
get
you?
boring. Almost 3. It's like 2.5.
Okay, because I'm 3 years in, and I think that like I agree. I feel like a lot of the time I'm realizing that a relationship is just a person that's always there for you, and it doesn't have to be this like lovey-dovey phase all the time. And
But then it brings to the question is love or being there for you enough? You know, it's like, what are they bringing to the table to add substance or benefit to your life? And not in a sense like benefit, like how can I benefit from you? It's more of like, are you making me a better person? Am I stagnant with you? Like, can we grow together, or are we kind of just going to stay in the same place?
I agree,
feel
but
that.
I think that there's like a misconception that like, I don't know, I feel like some people blame their relationship when they should be doing inward stuff, but there is situations where like your partner can be the reason why you don't feel like you have the time to do stuff and work on yourself, or like he or she or whatever is too much up your ass for you to be able to like focus on your shit. And so I just feel like it's such, I don't know, it's very situational.
It is extremely.
Yeah. And also, if you're having these feelings, though, I feel like it's like you're aware,
You
you're being
know.
Something's
self-aware
going on, yeah.
that you want to leave
Yeah.
because
And don't feel
'Cause
guilty
even-
for it either. Like I said, like people come and go all the time, and like it's okay if you're one of those people that have to go.
Yeah, even if it's a good relationship, like if that person's not meant for you, you're gonna feel that drain of energy. You're gonna feel just like you're not gonna feel right. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, like when you're with someone, you should be, you know, it should feel good. But if you feel like okay, because if you're feeling drained or like low key, I feel people's partners are like low key haters, be like sabotaging. That's a
Yes.
different.
That's
That's a whole different
story, yeah.
issue.
We
But,
could really get into
if
that
it's a good
too.
relationship, like you know what I'm saying, like sometimes it could be just you know, I've seen sometimes like that, but also then again, like I said, if you are feeling like that, I feel like maybe that person might not be for you.
Also, it could be both of you, though. I feel like the times where I felt the most frustrated in my relationship was literally only because we spent too much time together, and it was both of our faults that we were doing that. And I realized that, like, when I wasn't at the house 24/7 and he wasn't at the house 24/7, we just get along way more. And I feel like that's the problem, is that a lot of people, like, the second they have free time, they're like, let me go and hang out with my boyfriend, instead of being like, what do I need to do to work on myself? And then I can go and see my boyfriend, see my partner.
or they're spending
It's
a lot of
about
time
balance.
together, but it's not fulfilling in any way. It's
We're like giving this person no answer. I feel bad because everything is so situational.
The other person, like whoever you're talking about, he or she deserves to be with someone who wants to fully be in it and is like fully committed to the whole process. And like, I wouldn't want my partner thinking that way of me, and not that you should feel guilty about it, but like as much as you deserve to have like a clear conscience about what you
But
want.
she was talking
they
about
do.
personal growth and when it's time to cut. So then it's like,
Like, is she with someone and she's feeling like she needs to go? That's what I got.
I
see,
feel
that's
like-
what I got too. But it was like, but in my head, I'm like, why does she feel like she can't grow? Is it herself? Is it the partner? Is it the
Well, no,
relationship?
I've
in
genuinely
whole?
been with some people where it's like been hard for me to like like work on certain parts of myself because they're so not unwilling, but like more of like unaware of that these are like genuine problems of themselves, and it's had me be stagnant.
And I've also dealt with, I was like talking to someone or whatever you want to call it, situationship, and I literally felt so drained. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Yeah. Like, before I talked to her, I was on my shit. Oh boy, I was on it. As soon as I'm like drained as fuck. Like, everything was just like like everything was just draining. And then as soon as we stopped talking, I was back to where I was at before. Yeah, so like it's energy. Bro. It's energy.
If you are sending us a voicemail, please do include as much information as possible. You have up to 3 minutes in the voicemail, so you can get pretty detailed. We would love to know like your age, pronouns, and stuff like that, so we can get a little bit more specific.
Okay. I mean, I hope that somewhat answered your question. We tried our best, but sorry.
Someone kind of stumped me. Yeah. I'm too like what's the word? Maybe devil's advocate or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Like, I'm the type of person where I'm terrified of like the what if, so I will always like I have like somersaults in my brain anytime like any topic's brought up about like relationships.
You should call back.
Yeah, call back next week, please.
Can we FaceTime? Let's figure it out.
Update us.
Zoom call.
Okay. Next
voicemail.
Hey guys, my name is Diana. So I've been trying to put myself out there more by going on dating apps, and I matched with this one guy. It's our first day talking, and it's going well. We have similar humor, and it's all fun. But I was wondering if you have any tips on how to stop romanticizing guys, because a man could do the bare minimum, and I'll think he's in love with me, he's perfect, and I'll be ready to get married on the spot because I'm delusional. I know it's not healthy, but I tend to over-romanticize guys, and I'm not trying to do that with this guy. So if you have any suggestions, please help me out. I would appreciate it. Thank you.
This used to be me. And I've grown a lot. So I would love to go in.
Go in, girl. I need to go in too.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first and foremost, I over-romanticize the fuck out of everything in my life. Like, it just makes everything so much more fun. It makes everything more just, like, exciting, you know? So I totally get you. It's just, like, how can I make this into something my brain wants it to be? Yeah. You know? But it's just like, you really have to take a step back and realize, like, they are not special. And you are special in your own world, but to them, you're not special either, girl. And it's like most of these men, and I'm truly not talking out of projection or like anything like that. It's just like genuinely from most of my experiences, I feel like a lot of men will really try to put their best foot forward until they get what they want from you, you know?
Yes.
And,
sure. Wow.
Yes.
That is so true. They show you the best, and then once they got you in.
It's, yeah.
That's very typical. I
also just feel like, what's that one TikTok audio? She goes, he is not your soulmate. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car. That spoke to me. Like, it like actually opened my third eye when I heard that.
What the fuck? Yo, I'm weak.
I was like, so like every guy is literally. Sorry. I was like, every guy is literally just a guy. Like, if you stop making putting everyone on a pedestal, it makes it makes it so much easier to step back into reality. Also, I want to say, like, once you start, like, I mean, once you stop settling for the bare minimum and, like, only let, like, truly, like, high value men. No, like,
alpha male.
Like,
alpha males. My
like,
king.
You really apply your standards to real life. Like, you can't say you have high standards and then settle for less. And once you actually start applying those, like, these small gestures that men do for you and think is enough is no longer going to be enough or satisfactory enough for you anymore. And it's not going to be, like, romanticizing level enough.
Also, when guys get comfortable, that's when they stop putting on a show.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's where, like, the red flags come in. But low-key, I would say, like, what are you rushing for? You know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh, but I'm getting older. Who cares? The person you're talking to is hopefully getting older too. Like, at that point, like, if you're fine with how your life is going as yourself, like, chill out and just, if it happens, it happens. Like, I feel like if you rush it, that's just going to cause more problems for you. And just take a chill pill. Yeah. Take a breath. Calm down, because it's really never that urgent.
And live in reality.
Unless you're both on the same page, it's not urgent.
But he's likely not on the same page.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
What about you? What do you think?
I feel like, well, I don't know about guys. You know, I've never been with a man in my life. I have no idea. But from delusional to delusional, I can assure you that I understand. Yeah, I definitely used to be, I low-key, I don't know if I feel it all the way yet, but I definitely love to over-romanticize. Like, I love to, like, oh my God, we're gonna get married. Yeah. Well, but, like, the thing is, you have to really, like, I feel like, it's funny, like, after all my relationships, situationships end, I, like, sit down, I'm like, oh, wait, they were actually, like, kind of a piece of shit. Like, they really, like, low-key did nothing for me. So, like, you have to really sit and, like, really evaluate because, you know, sometimes people like they look good or whatever, but like you have to really dig deep and see who that person is, because if you don't, it can really be just bad. So like just try to be logical, you know what I'm saying? Try to be like, okay, you know, try to like slow down and really see who they are as a person, because like I said, you know, they can switch up, they can whatever, and you want to be in a clear conscience, not like over romanticizing, then like you're seeing red flags too, and then like you're not even noticing them as well because you're so like,
yeah,
And that's how you
if
end
you're
up in a,
so
in a bad relationship.
focused on wanting it to work out, you are gonna ignore every single
Yeah.
red flag because all you can
Exactly.
see is the end goal.
Yeah.
Like you can't see what's right in front of
Got your
you.
rose-colored glasses on, girl.
100%.
Yeah.
off.
So live in
So-
reality. If you're like, oh well, he, you know, texts me every day, but it's like, okay, but is he telling you he wants to be with you? Like, like live in
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah,
For sure. For sure.
And it's
logical.
also like I feel like girls that aren't used to getting the bare minimum, it's a lot harder for them to realize that that is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
because they're so used to getting less, and it's just like, girl, like, what is an ideal man to you, and what does he do for you? That should be your bare minimum. And anyone who goes above and beyond that is
Your husband.
yes, that is what qualifies them. Period.
I think
That was good advice, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Round
did
of
it that
applause
one.
for
We
all
did
of
better that
us.
one.
Yeah.
That one was a good one.
Thank you for calling in. I hope that helped answer your question.
Okay, so I was in a 3-month-long situationship, but I didn't know that it was a situationship till the very end, like till it ended. Basically, I got love bombed by someone. I got very attached to this person, and I didn't know love bombing was a thing, so I was completely unaware of the situation. They made me feel so special, and I got so fucking attached. And although it was only 3 months, like, I'm still not fucking over it. It's like been 4 months of healing. I'm not over it. Basically, after they love bombed me, they basically told me that they weren't ready for a relationship, and they weren't over the ex, basically. So yeah, I don't know.
I can hear the pain in her voice.
I know.
Let's get into our sponsor, BetterHelp.
I
Damn,
I
you hear
feel
the
like I have a
pain,
lot
the
to say about
pauses?
this one.
Yeah.
No, the pauses really got me because like
that,
like she just like don't
this
even know
girl
what
is
to
suffering.
yeah, that's fucked up. Oh my
Man,
god.
I want to give you a hug.
Before you guys
Damn.
get into it, I do want to say before, like, I just want to point out one specific thing she said that's not specific to her, but she said that he's not ready to be in a relationship
After
and can't get
love
over his
bombing
ex.
her?
No man is not ready to be in a relationship if he's talking to you. He's just not ready to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I
Yup.
feel like
He just doesn't want to commit to you.
Yeah.
I just
And
feel
it's
like
nothing wrong with you.
Yeah,
It says
no.
a
No,
lot
it's
about him.
absolutely
He just
nothing
wanted his
wrong.
ego fed type thing, and I
Yeah.
think that just mainly comes from like a very insecure type of.
And also, I wish we had
You
more
dodged a
details.
bullet.
Like, did you guys have sex? Like,
3
no,
months?
genuinely.
3 months, yes.
Genuinely,
We
like,
grown.
like,
Yeah.
how
They
often
was
were you guys
definitely-
having sex? Like, love bombing and sex with men is so hand in hand. Because a man is gonna love bomb the face. He's gonna be like, "I love you. You're perfect. You're beautiful. This, that. Can we fuck?" Like, that's always how it is. Like, genuinely, like that is always how it is. Which is why I wanted to know, because I was like,
that's just
let me know, because it always goes hands in hand, especially with someone that's like loving you, loving on you, and then you guys have sex, and then it's like,
yeah.
I'm not ready for a relationship.
Or
It's
it
like,
could be the opposite situation where they didn't have sex and he was waiting on her to let him have sex with her, and then he realized that it was gonna take longer
Too
than
much
he
work?
thought, or
See,
more effort than
yeah,
he
I don't
thought
know.
it
I
would.
wish there was more
and-
details.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like feel like it just says a lot about him, because just like one thing I just feel like you just don't do is play with people's feelings. Like if like I'm gonna be real true, he probably knew he wasn't over his ex. Like you know
He
that.
100%
Like
knew.
you and like it's just messed up. Like, you don't bring someone else. Like, if you're not over your ex, just stay by yourself and just deal with it, bro. Like, don't bring no one else into it and, like, love bomb them and, like, make them feel like, that's just Jesus. Anyway, but, yeah, I've never been love bombed, though. No one's ever done nothing for me,
What do you
ever.
guys consider love bomb?
But
I think like moving really
Sorry, not to
fast
cut you
and
off.
big like gestures like really quickly, like early onto the relationship, like introducing to their family super early, like just making you feel really special. Like they make you feel like, wow, like I'm really the one to this person. Like they really fuck with me. Like
See,
But
my
they don't.
thing is,
But they
like,
don't.
because
so
I feel like the
that's-
intention, I feel like love bombing is the intention, like, intention of it. Like, because some people could do that and genuinely, like, really, like, I
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
the one.
that's where I
but-
get confused.
But the intention, because here's the thing, a lot of people do that because they make you feel that way because they know
want
that they're
something.
a piece of shit. And if they were to really just probably, if you just talk to them probably regular, you'd be like, you're a fucking piece
Weirdo,
of shit.
yeah.
So they
Yeah.
do all that because, like, they, like, just to mask themselves. And then, like I said, you're 6 months in, you're in love with him, then all of a sudden he's a fucking piece of shit, fucking, like, I've seen a lot of situations, like, they, like, love bomb, and then all of a sudden, like, they're fucking abusive as fuck.
'Cause
And
when
you're
I
like,
think of
what the
love
fuck? Like, you're
bombing,
just giving
like
me
where
flowers.
did this come
Yeah,
from?
and it just, it's just like, it's quick, like, boom, like, it just, one
Okay.
day that's the love of your life, the next day she's whatever, just boom. Because like I said, you can give gifts and do all that and still have good intent. Like, you could be like, no, this is really love of my life. But like, a lot of people, they're doing it to mask their true selves. So like, they don't want you to know how, like, they want you to just feel like special and just see all the stuff that they're doing for you, so that you get so in love with them that like now it's hard to leave.
Thank you for calling in. I hope we answered your question, and I'm sorry. And yeah,
Yeah, feel better, girl.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Those pauses.
She was struggling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really not.
Hi, Verena. This is Gabby. I love you. I'm so proud of you, girl. I've been following you since you posted your OG makeup tutorial on YouTube, the red eyeshadow. Anyways, my advice is about guys, and I just turned 20 and I've never been in like a serious relationship or a relationship at all. I've never even like kissed a guy or like held a guy's hand. And so whenever I do talk to a guy, I get very, very like hyper focused on them, and I just don't know exactly what to do. Like, should I start dating, or I just don't know what to do. Like, I just feel so stuck. So yeah, I guess my advice would just be like what I should do regarding starting a good relationship and foundation. Because I have great relationships in my life. I just don't know how to start because I get so obsessive with like men, and I think that any man I talk to is like the one. So love you. Bye, V.
hi, I love you too, and thank you for calling in. I don't know
I feel
about
like
you
we can
guys,
go
but
in on this
I
one.
actually
Yeah.
this is a struggle of mine too. Is I get scared to like someone because when I do, like I get obsessed low key, and like I lose parts of myself, and like I start to worry like what they're doing throughout the day, or like why are they not texting me back when I could be fucking worried about something I have to be doing, or like I spend more time with them than I do like doing things I need to be doing, and it's always just like a really unhealthy fixation for me. So I get you.
I'll let you guys take this on because I feel like me and Mackenzie are in the stage of our relationship where that's not even a thing.
Well,
I'm like, what are you doing?
I
Are you
will-
alive?
I
Are you
will-
eating?
on the like never having a relationship before though, like that point, for me, my first relationship started like boyfriend was when I was 21.
I was 20.
I was
yeah.
21.
Yeah,
too.
so I never really dated anyone before that. I did like experience, like talk to guys and like had sex and whatever before that. And honestly, instead of jumping straight into a relationship, I'm really happy that I was able to experiment and figure out what I liked before I just jumped
Honestly,
into a
she's in a
relationship.
good ass position right now.
Yeah,
Low
like,
key.
Yeah, live your
If
life.
I were you, I would have fun. I
I would
wouldn't
fuck
give
these
an
guys.
Yeah.
Literally and
Yeah.
actually fuck them.
Yeah.
Safely,
like-
if you do.
No, but like for real. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like-
she's in a great spot.
yeah, like don't jump into anything.
Don't feel like you
take
need to
it
be in a
slow.
relationship too.
Figure out what type of guys you like, if you even like guys. Like figure it out just by I hate dating apps. Like, get a dating app. Just like talk to guys.
I have dating apps for fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't actually meet up with anyone
so
from there,
weak.
but it's just like I text them on there for
Meanwhile, you're
fun.
like, I need a roommate. I need someone to love me.
But I think like genuinely though, if that's like what your soul is craving, like you think you're ready for a relationship and that's like what you really want to do in this stage of your life right now, like I think you just need to like find someone who's open to like actually understanding. Like you need to explain that to them and like make sure they hold you accountable sometimes when you need to be, and find that balance with each other of like, okay, how can I have good quality time with you and figure things out with you and enjoy you and your presence, but also get back to my life and me and my presence and blah, 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 XYZ when I'm apart from you, and how can we figure out how to have healthy time apart, you know? So it's just balance, I think.
100%. I agree. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have my first relationship till I was 21. I mean, I was.
I valued the time before I met my boyfriend so much.
Yeah.
Like, not because I don't enjoy my relationship now, but I valued my time being single and just having that time to be by myself and learn about myself and learn who I love. And it's so important, especially for your age.
I feel like being gay too, like gay people just in general, like anyone, LGBT, whatever, if they have more time, or at least me personally, I felt like I had more time to get myself,
100%.
like get to know myself,
Yeah.
because in my like in high school I wasn't worried about dating because I was worried about no one finding out.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
me.
then I, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I feel like
Me as fuck.
I really
Yeah.
got to learn about myself early on.
But like at the same time, like I kind of wish I would have had maybe a little heartbreak or two,
feel like
just
I
to
got
like, because
missed
like I
out on
said, I feel
something.
like bro, for example, she's what, 19? What are you, 19? She's 19 years old talking about, yeah, I just left and like I didn't care, like it was amicable, like whatever, just like I just blocked him. Girl,
I'm like, I feel like I feel like you're the only other gay person on earth when I'm in a relationship. I'm like, this is the only other gay person.
yeah, no, like, I
Like,
would
for
never.
real.
I don't think I would do that now. Like
Yeah,
I would be
for
like,
real.
bitch, like I'd be sick as fuck. So it's
That's
like,
funny because I feel like every person I know that was in a serious relationship when they were in high school deeply regrets it
Yeah,
and wishes they never
deeply
were.
regret it. I wish I hadn't, and I wish I would have
Yeah.
just enjoyed
It's like
that
half
time
and
as a
half for
kid.
me.
I don't know. It's
I
like,
wish
it's
I
good, but it's
experienced
not.
it. I don't know about you. I wish I experienced it.
I only
but
wish I
then I
did.
don't at the same time.
I
Yeah.
only wish I did because I just feel like I would have been more mature in like my dating life. At the end of the day, sometimes you gotta go through it to learn a lesson. It is what it is, man. But you'll be okay. You'll get through it.
I believe in
Agreed.
you. Thank you for calling
That's
in,
good.
and I hope that we helped you.
For real.
I say the same thing after every voicemail with like so much hesitation because I'm like, did we help?
We are not professionals.
No, I do like to preface though that I feel like all the advice that everyone gives on here, every episode, is just like based off personal experience. Like we
Yes.
by no means are licensed professionals
At all.
at all.
I'm waiting for someone to ask us like advice on something crazy, and then they do it, and they're like, "You guys fucked me up."
I hope not. I don't want that to happen.
I took your advice and I regret it.
Okay, into the next voicemail.
Hey, Verena and friends. My name is Jasmine, and I'm 19. I just wanted to ask or say that I've been in a relationship for like 4 years now, since high school. And there's been a lot of mistakes that from his side and my side, and a lot of hurtful things that I've experienced. And, you know, we finally come together and we've said that he's going to change for me, but I can't seem to believe that because every time he says that he's going to change and not do what he did to me over and over again, like he still does it. I don't know if that made sense, but, you know, like, would you give him another chance and start over? Or would you completely just move on and not believe what he says and see that there are others, or like love myself more? But yeah, thank you. I love you. Bye.
Oh, I love you too. I'm so sorry.
I want to be nice, and I really feel for this girl, and I'm not trying to like take over right away. Girl, you should run. Like,
For
I like
the hill.
it's just 4 years, he's not gonna change. If he's cheating, he's gonna cheat again. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't give a fuck. If he cheated on you, get the fuck out, please.
Right, girl. Yeah,
You're
I had to
sorry,
say that.
Diane.
I had to say that because I'm going off what you said. Girl, you're 19 years old. You sound like that voicemail sound like
That's
the
not your
stress
man.
of a
No, she said they've been
35-year-old
dating
woman.
since they were
Like,
19.
No,
She's 19. They've been dating for 4 years. So that's what I'm saying. Bro,
She's ready.
that voicemail, you sound like you have the stress of a 35-year-old woman on your mind. Girl, you are 19 years old. Get outside. Break up with
Yeah.
him. Like,
Yeah.
for real. Break up with him. You
Girl.
probably, you in college right now, girl. Live it up. Like, yo, dude, this dude, bro, get...
We are the
Who cares?
same
You're 19 years old, bro.
age.
You haven't even. You were just in the womb like 2 days ago, bro. Like,
I'm like, all right, bro. I'm 19 too.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Every-
you haven't even hit 20 yet. Like, you can't even take a. Nah,
4
you
years
gotta
of
go.
no change is tough. I
Yeah.
feel
And
like
you a baby.
there's
like,
certain
yeah.
things that
I
like
was gonna say we're the same age, and I can't imagine like at my stage of life being with the same person for that long right now, because I know the same person I was 4 years ago. I was 15. You were 15. We're the same age, girl. Like, there is no way that I don't think that I could keep up with that many versions of someone who has continuously hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are with someone for 4 years, you're obviously growing and changing as like your own individual and with the person you're in a relationship with. So at this point, it's been 4 years. You guys are like literally growing up. Like, you're in your growing up years. We're all growing up right now, and it's just like he can't like get it right by now, you know? And it's just like I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like he's not going to, and he's not ever going to until he realizes what he lost. And like I can fully say absence in somebody's life is the biggest thing to make them realize. And I feel like you just need to cut your losses and leave and like really start enjoying your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a bad messy ending. It's just like this is not your person anymore. You know he's not bringing anything to the table substantially for you.
also like there's certain things in relationships that are non-negotiable, and I feel like everyone has it. You know what I mean? Like we all have the thing where it's like, this is me, I do this is who I am. If you don't like it, then we just shouldn't be together. But there's also other non-negotiable, like there's other things that can be changed. That is like cheating, which is what it sounds like. It sounds like he's
I know.
cheater.
I kind of
Yeah.
wish we knew the specifics.
Yeah, because like if it was a
sounds
thing,
like he cheated.
there's certain things where I'm like, I'm not gonna change, and my boyfriend has things where it's like he's not gonna change this,
And if you
because
can't
it's
come
literally
to
who he
terms with
is,
it-
and like we both can handle those things that we won't change.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's something like he doesn't treat you good, he's like, I don't know. There's a long, I could fucking pull out the biggest list ever where it's like, run. If it has to do with like cheating, or if it's trust problems, or if it's like insecurity, or if it's the way he makes you feel, or if it's the way he treats you, or if it's the way he doesn't care enough, or if he's forgetting like important dates, if he doesn't
I
get
mean,
you like
if he hasn't changed his behavior 2 or 3 times after you asking, like that is an immediate breakup. I feel like you calling in, like, you know in your heart that you need to leave, but there's so much history there.
Yeah,
and
that's where
you've
I
spent a lot of
empathize.
your, you know, like, what is it, like when you're in high school, like those are such like important years of your life, so you probably feel, you know, a deep connection to this person.
But also, you don't want to be 25 still trying to figure out how to leave. You know,
For
I say
sure.
unpack this now at 19 than fucking 23.
Because you don't want it to go
Yeah.
any longer. The longer you go, the more pain you're gonna be in, the worse it's gonna be, and you're gonna miss out on more. Like, honestly, teenager years for me sucked personally. So, girl, break up and enjoy your fucking 20s, because you don't want another era that's supposed to be the best era of your life ruined by a relationship that's dragging you down.
You're way too young.
And
Yeah.
you sound hurt, girl. Like, honestly, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, genuinely.
so hurt.
This was Verena
No.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, literally.
You so
Me being
hurt,
like,
girl.
you're too young to feel this way.
Yeah, 19 is crazy, bro. 19, bro. What, girl? Who cares? For real.
I'm sorry.
Call us
Jasmine.
back. Let us know.
Break up with him today.
I say
Don't call
break-
back until you broke up with him.
I say break up. We all say break up. Break up across the board.
100%. I wish I had a
Council has
sign.
said-
Break
Yeah.
The
up.
council has said,
Break
Okay.
up
up.
with him.
Okay, but thank you for calling in. I hope that helped you. I need to get a new line. I hope we were of some help to you. Call back.
Wish you the best, Boogie.
Yes. Mwah.
Hello, everyone. So I kind of wanted
some advice for getting back into the dating world. I recently, well, actually not recently, it's about to be a year since I broke up with my ex, and we had dated for like 3 years on and off, and she was a girl, and I just find it so hard to flirt with girls, especially since, straight girls are so they're so, they act so gay when they're not. And I don't know, it's just really frustrating and hard to figure out who's gay and who's interested and, who's playing and, who's just experimenting and all that. So if anybody has some tips, please let me know. Love you guys. Bye.
I love you too. Thank you for calling in. Jocelyn, if you
Well,
want to take this one up.
Let me go ahead and
Girl.
set up right now. Yeah, girl, I understand completely. I just had a little rant on here 2 hours ago about the fake gays of LA. Yeah, okay. It's honestly it's kind of tough to figure it out because, like I said, people can really lie. But I feel like a couple key things like to kind of help you spot out a fake gay girl. You know what I'm saying? Just ask. Would they marry a girl? Have you ever been in love with one? If they've dated one, actually, like if they've actually had an ex-girlfriend before, they've been in love with and stuff, they're probably not fake gay because, like, having to fall in love with a woman, like, you're probably not straight. Like, you can't be straight. Like, that's kind of great. But, yeah. And then also just, like, noticing their mannerisms, their verbiage as well. If she always talking about she want a husband, he all the time. I don't know about that one, girly. So just like stuff like that. But like I said, if they, you can kind of tell if they're taking it serious, but sometimes you can't. But like I said, if they do like that, karma's going to get them. Just don't worry about it. But
Karma's real.
Yeah, karma's
Karma's
real,
a
girl.
bitch.
Like if
Karma's
someone
my
is playing with
boyfriend.
your emotions like that, that's just really, really foul, and they're not a good person. So you don't want them anyway. But for flirting with girls,
Also, don't be someone's first girl. I will say that.
okay, I can't say nothing about that because I have been multiple times. But I digress. I wouldn't.
Like, don't be nobody's test subject.
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
don't be a test subject.
Make sure the intentions are clear.
Thank you so much for calling in. Jocelyn answered that pretty well, I feel like. So
Yeah,
Go,
I
Jocelyn.
hope I helped you. I don't know, Buki, but yeah, okay, love you.
next question. Next voicemail.
Hey, Bruna, it's I want to start off by saying I love you so much. Okay.
I love you too.
My question is, how do you get out of that internalized homophobia completely? Because I feel as if I know deep down I like girls more than men, but I never can seem to let myself like them, if that makes sense. Thank you so much for answering my question. Bye.
Wait, what'd she
I'm a
say
little
again?
confused.
She said she
She can't get herself to like women.
She's saying like
she
she
said men.
likes women more than men, but she can't actually get herself to
Like women.
Act on it.
I would like to be in a relationship with them.
Because of
guess
her
so.
internalized homophobia.
Yeah. Go in.
Okay, I grew up very religious, so I know a thing or two about internalized homophobia. And I think that the best way to go about it, or at least personally, is to actively be involved in whatever letter of the alphabet's culture. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the more that you're consuming media and the more that you're around those people, the more normalized it's going to be for you, and it's going to slowly be able to break down those walls that you have in your head about them. Because for the longest time, when you have internalized homophobia, especially with religion, you're being told gay people are like this, lesbian people are like this, trans people are like this, everyone is like this, they're bad, they're like this, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. So in your head, the first thing you think when you see someone that you relate to, whether it's gay, bi, whatever, you automatically think negatively towards people that are gay. And that was a thing that I had to deal with. I was like, why does it make me feel really weird, or why do I always judge like really feminine gay guys? Or why do I always, and then meanwhile it's fucking me. So like that's stupid. And like I'm like, why does it feel weird when I see like a lesbian couple kiss in public? Or like, why does it feel weird when I see these people? And it's literally was because the only thing that I was being told about LGBT people was all negative. So until I started like going into gay spaces and talking with them and learning about them and like why they act the way they act and like the as a community, because I feel like I just didn't know what they were about. Like I was like, I'm gay, but like what does this even mean? And I feel like over the years I've really come to appreciate being gay and just gay men, lesbians, especially trans girls specifically, have taught me like the most, I feel like.
100%. I agree with you. I feel like hanging out with people of that demographic helps a lot. Like I grew up also in a religious like family as well. So like it was definitely like we low-key just kind of didn't talk about it. Like it was like an unwritten like it's just not okay. Like every time something would come up about it, like my parents would change the channel, turn the TV off, like oh like goody around. I don't know. Some weird shit like what. But it's crazy because I actually started hanging out with some girls from my but from some girls in my town, and they were all I didn't find out later, but they were all like lesbian, and I'm like I had the best time, girl. My mom made me stop hanging out with them, but girl, we was lit, girl. If you guys ever see this, we was lit. Period.
It's like, oh, they're not assholes or crazy people or horrible.
And they loved it. Like they just love each other. It's the same. Like it's just it's just the same. You know, it's not bad. Like there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with anything. You're good. Like I said, you good, Bookie.
I agree. That was the last voicemail. So speaking of endings.
Very quickly, so we went through talking stage, dating. Let's go through some breakups.
Yeah, we're gonna answer some of our craziest breakup questions. Are you guys ready?
I've never had a breakup.
Neither have I.
Really?
I've never had a breakup. Queen of breakups in the corner.
Hi, Amy.
You will do a lot of the talking.
Yeah,
Me and Ian are.
During the relationship, we took the front seat, and now I'm taking the
back and forth with
hey,
this
I
one.
think it's funny though, because I feel like just from the little bit we've talked about it, we have very different approaches to breakups.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
The first question. Do you want me to ask you guys the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Since this is really specifically gonna be for you too.
Yeah.
Have you ever sought revenge after a breakup?
I've definitely like thought about it and marinated and like came up with a plan, but then like by the time I like came up with the plan, I just didn't care to execute anymore, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna mind my business and heal. Like I've never actively got revenge. Like I've never like done something out of spite, but I've definitely wanted to. I just never cared enough to be like, I'm doing this. Like fuck you. Like it's whatever. Like I choose peace. It's never that. You know what? It never was.
Yeah.
It was never that serious. Jocelyn.
Okay. Okay, so I low-key did get revenge.
Have you ever helped a friend get revenge on an ex?
Yes. It
Tell
was
us.
actually one of the best nights of my life
Oh my
because I
God.
hated him. I had so much fun. So my friend, this was in high school. I had just gotten my license, and so she was like, I need a huge favor. And I was like, what's up, girl? I got you. And she was like, it was like midnight, and she goes, I'm like ready to get in bed. I'm going to sleep. It's my bedtime, girl. I'm knocked out. And she goes, I need you to pick me up, and we're going to camp outside his house. And I was like, in the car on my way. Like, this sounds like a great time. So we're literally sitting outside of his oh my God, we're literally sitting outside of his house for 2 hours just watching to see if anybody comes out. And lo and behold, we see this big booty bitch walk out. Like a big ass, like she's fine as fuck, and we both look at each other.
Why would you?
No, because we could both acknowledge like she was fine as fuck, and that was the gag because we had no shit to talk on her. You know?
Nah, I'm sorry. I would start crying.
Like
I would start crying in the car.
Me and my friend look at each other and we're like, oh,
he ate.
Like we found what we came for. And so we literally sit out there. And so we're like trying to diverge a plan. We're like, what do we do? Like, do we walk up to his house? Like, blah, blah, blah. And this is like what we did was so high school of us, but like we were in high school. And but like,
Did you egg?
No, we thought it was the funniest thing ever. We ordered 50 pizzas to his house, and we sat outside his house and watched them show up to his door. And yeah, and it was a good time. Like, I had fun. It wasn't like revenge, like, wow, we really got him, but it was just a kiki.
It's pretty funny though. 50 pizzas, I'd be sick.
No, it was really fun, but like, I still feel really bad for her. I had to like console her that whole night, that whole week. Like,
I would have too. Like she was bad as fuck.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was bad as
hell
fuck.
no.
You're saying that you had no notes. You were like, we were
So y'all
gagged.
just in the car like,
we were literally in the car, gagged, jaws to the floor, like, oh, like, we have nothing bad to say about her other than like, fuck that bitch, she's a homewrecker, but I hate her. Like, boy, you
But
know?
did she even know?
She knew.
Oh, so
Yeah.
then fuck her, but you're
but
hot.
damn.
Yeah, fuck her, but like,
Low-key
you
ate,
still ate.
A king. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing. Nah, but damn. That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
She needs
What
to
about
let
you
it
guys?
slide.
Have you guys ever helped a friend get revenge on an ex?
I don't think so.
I think it's better than getting revenge on your actual ex.
100% because it's not you.
Yeah, it's not,
nothing to do
it's not,
with
I, got
you.
no, I could go back to sleep and mind my own business, you
Right.
know? Like,
But they crying. Like,
yeah.
no, I've never helped a friend.
We're gonna get into the red flag game. This is gonna be a speed round, so if you're listening, I suggest you go over to video now. It's gonna be a little confusing. We're just gonna say like the quote unquote red flag and then hold up what color flag we think it is. If an explanation is really needed, we'll get into it, but we're trying to make this fast.
You guys have controversial opinions.
Yes.
They ask you to keep your location on so they can see where you are.
Yellow.
For health reasons, to make sure I'm safe, don't fucking look at it. Me and my boyfriend don't have ours on, so that's why I'm saying yellow.
They're very friendly with your friends.
Wait, how friendly we talking? Like friendly, like
Wait, how are you
Yeah, what
red
you
and we're
mean?
green?
Yeah.
like
How
they
friendly?
like friendly, like they flirting?
The way I interpreted that was like they're like friendly, like the way you don't want your boyfriend to be friendly to like.
Is that what?
No,
that
Oh, no,
okay, they're
I
being
just-
friendly though. They're not flirting. They're being
So then,
friendly.
yeah,
but
then
like, what's
good.
your
But
interpretation
it
of
says
friendly?
very friendly.
See, my
I get
boyfriend's
what
just
she's
shy,
saying.
so
I get
he's
what
just
she's
like,
Okay, I'll do a yellow
I
flag.
get what she's saying. Actually, I'm changing mine to yellow as well.
Yeah.
I
I'm
understand
green.
what you mean.
I'm
now.
green
the
too.
bitches in the relationship are
I'm changing
green.
mine too.
I
so-
love when my
'Cause-
boyfriend loves my friends.
I
very
want
friendly-
my relationship and friends to get along, but it's like if there's a point where like you're crossing a boundary, I feel uncomfortable with
100%.
how friendly you're being. Let's turn it down a notch.
See, the thing with
okay?
me is
What's
me
like
and
being
David-
too friendly though?
Like if you're if you're like messaging each other, like
if y'all are
hella
hanging
shit,
out without me, that
Oh,
should never
that's-
happen.
hanging
Like
out.
you guys can
because
both
that
go
would be
die.
very friendly to me.
That's weird. You have 0 mutuals on IG.
I'm in love with you.
I want you so
I want
bad.
you so bad.
I want
Delete it
you
off your
so
fucking
bad.
phone.
What?
Why not?
No,
Like,
I want you
I'm
so
in
I
bad.
love you, love
I'm
you,
in
love
love with
you.
you.
Love
Like, please
You
marry
are my
me tomorrow.
dream. Please.
I'm in love with
dream.
you.
Okay, actually no, I'm more yellow.
Finger
A
sucking.
dream.
Please, I will literally marry you
Me and
tomorrow.
Verena were talking about this earlier before we even started because
Yeah.
we like looked over it. Especially with Verena, like imagine Verena going and it's like he's following every TikToker that she knows. Like because she does social media, it would be
Yeah, you
so
guys-
weird. It's such a different situation, but like that's why it's so green for you because
Yeah.
it's like
And like I feel like everybody flirts with each other, and it's just like I don't even want to like.
Be in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
next.
They are constantly surprising you with gifts.
I'm doing yellow.
I love it. If it's
Yeah,
long term,
guys.
obviously then it's
Yeah.
genuine. But like if it's a love bomb situation,
Yeah.
obviously next.
Yeah.
I feel like you can tell I have trust issues by my answers.
Yeah, you haven't. I don't think you put up green once.
Yeah.
They are extremely independent.
Because
Verena.
let me tell you why. Let me tell you
What
why.
the fuck?
Let me explain. I'm going to actually explain this one because I'm extremely independent, and it's put some blockages in my relationship where I can't fully accept certain parts of someone because I'm so independent that I don't want to let them in like that. Like, oh, I got it myself. And I think it creates some.
We're talking about them being independent though.
Yeah, but I feel like if we're both like that, like since I'm like that and the way
Y'all are
I'm,
just me doing your own shit.
yeah,
You're
like,
never gonna speak. You text once a month.
exactly. I feel like I need somebody who's a little bit dependent to balance me out because I'm extremely independent. I'm not the good kind of independent.
Oh yeah, that makes yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. I mean, I am. Okay, let me chill.
I'm
But
like
I'm a little
push
dependent
people.
though.
I'm like push people away independent.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have no friends.
Red.
What the fuck?
Red. Bitch, you're a loser, first of all. Second of all.
I'm like, I don't know.
I know.
Second of all, like,
Okay,
why
wait.
why can you only get along with me? Sorry, I'm like talking too much, sorry. But
I'm
like,
gonna do
yeah, I'm
yellow.
just opinionated.
gonna
Yeah,
do
I'm
yellow.
feeling yellow.
Yes.
What do you feel?
I feel red because my thing is, why do you have 0? Like, I can understand not having a lot because I don't have a lot. Like, I have my close circle, but like they're friends I've had before, like since I was like 18. So like, none of your friends from like in college still fuck with you. Like, what's going on, Bookie? Like,
They are protective over you.
I like it.
Me too.
Yeah. It depends how protective though. I'm gonna stick with green though.
Yeah,
I like it.
me too.
The yellows? What do you have to say?
I feel like being protective is good, obviously. Like, but like, there's sometimes maybe a little too much.
Yeah.
You know, a little too.
Don't do that. That guy looked at you. This person looked at you. Why did that person talk to you? Why did that person go up to you and hug you? What? Like, no.
Yeah,
like
That's
let
just
me-
being insecure.
Yeah.
fair. But also just like, I don't know. It just makes me cringe when guys are like, I'm your protector.
You can't wear that.
I'm your
Oh,
protector.
bitch. Die.
That
Like, for real.
You can't wear that. Next.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. They want to talk to you all day.
Get the fuck
I
off.
fucking
my
I
phone.
hate talking.
Get off my phone.
I'm gonna do yellow.
I'm gonna do yellow because, like I said again, I can't go against myself because I like want to talk to them all day. So I can't say.
I
red.
love talking to my boyfriend. When I talk to my boyfriend, bitch, I'm working.
Yeah, when I'm at work, don't.
Like for real. For real. Like, do not text me when I'm like text me when I'm at work and I'll get back to you when I get back to you. Don't try to like call me all day.
Yeah.
Because I'll talk to you when I talk to you. And I want to talk to you, but
Yeah.
right now is not the time. And
Especially
you have
if
to be
you know
okay with
you're
that.
going to go home and see them.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like he's
that
okay
for
with
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I'm saying in general red flag, but also within my relationship, like it's fine.
Yeah,
But
I think red flag.
I'm gonna say yellow because I have shit to do, but I also like I love you. Like I want to talk to you all day too. It's just I'm not always gonna have like the availability
when
to.
it becomes a problem when they like feel like they own your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Like-
they're entitled to a
Yeah.
5-minute response.
Yeah.
Like,
But also I feel like it's not that hard to just text back and be like, hey, I'm busy right now. Like I'll get back to you when I can.
I know my boyfriend does yell at me about that. I'm
I
like,
feel
but
that.
I can't.
But like, if you low key like, I feel like you're living with them, you know their schedule, you low key know they at work.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't have to
Yeah.
see that they're busy. Like, you know that they're at work from
Yeah.
whatever time.
Yeah, I feel like once your relationship, like you've been in a long-term relationship, it's like,
I
okay.
feel like that's why our answers are so different.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I do every single day. Nothing changes.
And
Like,
then that's when I get pissed because I'm like, bitch, you know my Monday meeting at 1 p.m. is happening. Go in your room.
no, literally.
Go.
Okay, well, that's it.
That was the last red flag question. So with that being said, that is the very end of this that is the very end of this episode, and I want to say thank you to Jocelyn and Ian for joining me today. And if you guys want to check out their socials, it will be in the description. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Woo!
That's a wrap.